everyone, I just wanted to post an early video just to wish everyone a happy International Women's Day, which is coming up on Monday the 8th of March. As many of you know, it's also my birthday. So this year, due to COVID, I'm actually going to take my first year off in the last 4 years, which I really can't wait. So the last couple of weeks have been really challenging for me for a number of reasons, which I'm going to go into briefly now. Well, I say briefly, you know, nothing with me is brief. And kind of some of the decisions that I've made. I came away from social media for a couple of weeks, just to kind of well, not for a couple of weeks, I think it's for about a week. I'm ever so dramatic. But I just wanted some time away to reflect and kind of just to look at moving forward. Now, over the last 4 years, I have shared my story repetitively for a reason. There's only been one reason, and that was to show other people that no matter how much adversity you go through in life, you can still succeed. Now, everything has been going great, been building great contacts. In 2019, I lost someone very dear to me with terminal cancer. And then we got the news that my son may need his aortic valve replaced. So as you can imagine, having that in such a short space of time, I think it was within a month, I thought, right, I'm crashing and burning. So I took myself off to the doctors, and he said, do you think Superwoman needs help from time to time? And I said, yeah, what are you trying to say then? Why don't you try a bit of counselling? I went to counselling, and I think by week 6 I was like, the whole world. It's just wow. And it was suggested I join a community dog walk group or something, a community group. So I did join a dog walk group, and it was great to begin with. Then I was just embroiled in so much drama. I kept myself to myself for so long, and I didn't even realise until you're out of it, you don't realise. But yeah, the owner of the group wanted to work with me on a project. It was a huge project, and one that needed one chair, but he wanted to co-chair with me, and I said it wasn't going to work. And then he sent me something that made me feel quite uncomfortable privately. So in the end, I decided to just come away. And my gosh, didn't like that one bit. When I called him out in front of others, didn't like that one bit. But for me, I'm a very direct person, and if I don't want to work with someone, I'm not going to be forced to work with someone. No means no. Anyway, another person in the community I refuse to work with. For me, it's not about being an angel or anything, but you know, when your gut tells you not to work with people, your gut tells you. And after this last however many months, I think it's about 8 months now, I'm really glad that I made that decision not to work with a few people, because I have in silence have suffered abuse on closed groups, well, on one closed group. I've had fake profiles with my International Women's Day events plastered over. I've been accused of having a mental illness. I've been accused of, well, actually, I'm a bit of a risk to vulnerable people. I haven't even done my work yet. I'm a risk. If I was a risk, I'd be doing work when I wasn't even registered. I only done my events, and you know, we got all the feedback forms. We made it safe. We had professionals on standby. So we're working with vulnerable people. I'm here to build motivation, and I'm here to help people back into employment. I'm not here to be someone's counsellor, which is why I invite professional teams such in domestic abuse. I think a local police officer came last time. The housing from the council came, because they're the people to help the vulnerable people. So I'm sat here when I got the abuse a couple of weeks ago in a Portsmouth News article, bearing in mind, up until now, I've had nothing like this. So it's a bit of a what's the word? What's the word? Coincidence. That's my word. That all of a sudden I'm getting these attacks from people I don't even know. I know one of them, well, actually I knew two of them, trust me, and I've walked away. But the rest. So I kind of want to say this. Number one, no one, and I mean no one, will stop me from doing my work. Okay, you can say whatever you like and it's gonna hurt, of course. I'm vulnerable just like everybody else. Every single person is vulnerable to attacks. But I am a strong woman, and on this International Women's Day I choose to challenge the silence about online bullying. Honestly, it's disgusting that this is allowed to happen. But I'm not going to be silent. I'm going to continue the work, and I've had a long hard think, because I've got the charity all ready to go. I've got my programs all ready to go, and I was thinking to myself, should I just hand it over to someone who can grow it? Because that's all I've done, is built a charity for the public. A lot of people seem to think it's about me. No, the difference is I've shared my story to tell you how I got from A to B. That is it. And I don't get my kicks out of saying, I'm a charity founder, I'm this, I'm that. I'm more than happy to. I was more than happy to pass it over. So there you go. Number two, if you think that by these online trolls, if you see this as well, professionals, if you work with people, if you're part of a local newspaper, if you're on Twitter and you see people calling out someone's mental illness, one, we've all got mental health. All of us have got mental health. Number two, I do not have a mental illness. Do you know how many times people have said I've got mental illness? Because I've called out people. Oh, she's ill, she needs support. It's funny that I'm only getting told that I've got mental illness by people who are not qualified. Honestly. But also, can I just say, if I had a mental illness, because I've worked with a lot of people with mental illness and they've been some of the best people ever, right? If I had a mental illness, I'd be shouting it from the rooftops. It's not something that I would hide. I've spoke about domestic abuse. I spoke about abuse in my childhood. I've spoke about long-term unemployment. Do you honestly think that if I had mental illness, that I would hide that? But also what you're trying to say is when you think you're trying to bring people down by saying that they've got a mental illness, they shouldn't be working with people. What are you saying to the millions of people who actually have got a mental illness? What are you saying, that they shouldn't be in their jobs? We really need to think about the stigma. And, you know, someone who has got a condition, a mental illness condition, the mind boggles, honestly. I've been for a run this morning, so I love just, you know, when I'm kind of just thinking and I'm just kind of at that point of wondering which direction to take, I love just coming back. And it's been great because the silence, oh my gosh, it's been lovely. But yeah, and this is to professionals. If you want to work with me, work with me. If you don't, that is fine, because I'm not here to carry on with the whole, you know, same old, let's do CV, let's do interview skills. I've got some really fantastic programs. I've got the Adapt to Change program, I've got the Diamond program, I've got the Route 66 program, I've got the Stuck in the Mud program, and the Choices for You healthy eating program. And I've done that by myself in my house, being unemployed, going through adversity, because I'm creative, I want change. But most of all, I've been stuck in those classes over the years thinking, not one of these has helped me. I've done it all by myself. And I want to show others that they can do it by themselves, by showing them that they have got the potential. Because no one showed me. I had to do this for 4 years. So choices for you. We're going to start delivering soon and everything's going to be above board, and I can't wait. I really can't. I feel like the hard work has only just begun, and I need to make sure that I'm safe and I can handle, because I am a fighter. I love fighting for myself and sticking up for myself. Not fighting physical, by the way. Standing up for myself, because it's only me. No one else is going to do it. But I also know now that if I am going to be running a charity, that maybe, you know, just ignoring it is the best way, and collecting the evidence and building up that case. So yeah, it's kind of like, you know, sorry, one of my neighbours just drove past. Yeah, it's been a very testing time, but one that I will pull through again, you know, like that song. I get knocked down, but I get up again. I'm not going anywhere. I'll see you all soon. Happy International Women's Day. Keep having a voice, no matter how hard it is. Do not be afraid. Please, 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 because you know what? You come out fighting stronger and better. Have a good week. Bye-bye.